later can attend a party in Phoenix where you strike up a conversation with a local talk show host, producer, and manage in your Barbara Walters way to get out of him what I didn't know after listening to the station for years, that Very Young is married to Kim Commando. I was proud of you. You had many talents from sewing, and you took us girls to your sewing club night where you modeled your greenish.
Yes.
Your memories?
It was greenish bluish.
And matching skirt.
I first started sewing all these little bitty, what were these little dollies that you guys,
Barbie
dolls. I made clothes for them. That's when I first started sewing with Grandma Claire's sewing machine. I still have it.
I won my first prize that night, a box of candy. Unfortunately, I almost threw up walking across the room of the Jones Bank basement as I went to take it from the lady. Sorry I had to cut your night short when after I went to the bathroom I came back and told you I was peeing blood, my first of many bladder infections. You were very successful at the Sarah Coventry jewelry business too. You drove us girls to many of your parties and would have hundreds of dollars sold by the end of the night. We watched you pack all the pins and necklaces up in the black velvet material. You were so good to put up with us, running around Concordia campus as crazy kids. When you were secretary, and I was proud of you and impressed with you as police dispatcher, walking down the sidewalk, off to work in your blue uniform, hearing your stories of struggles you had as you were having to search some of the lady prisoners. My friend would tell me your mom is so cool and how they liked you.
Who said that?
Our friends, all of our friends.
Carmen and Kim.
Oh my.
You taught us to be responsible. When we were very young, you gave us each books for your savings deposits. You had us put
I forgot about
birthday money in there, and you pulled it out of its plastic cover from time to time to show us how it was growing. I watched you at the kitchen table many nights, figuring out your bills, and for years you kept a wad of bills wrapped around your checkbook with rubber band, and they would stick right on top of your purse, sticking out for us and the world to see. In your mind, you passed on what you heard and knew to be true. You never know when the wolf is going to come knocking at your door. Dodie Blaisberg, the insurance lady, told you and knew you had insurance. You are a survivor, going through so much. I love that in spite of the hard knocks in your life, you have not allowed traumatic events, others' words said to you, or actions done and not done for you, to harden your heart against God and turn you away. Your granddaughters see that in you, Megan, when your prayers have gone on and on at the dinner family table, and Crystal, knowing that you still go to church every week to help when you could be enjoying a day off. You didn't hide us from the knocks of life. You didn't hide us from life and took us with you to pick out Pop's coffin. I don't know if you want me.
Well, that's good. That's fine.
We picked out the chocolate one. This is my memory. The chocolate one with peach material. The price was right and it was nice. We listened to the director tell you about the other case it needed. You picked out the gray plot and you brought your plot next to his. I remember looking at the young trees, thinking how beautiful it would be when they are all grown and how nice they would shade the White Rock Road. Years later, I went back, and as I watched little Rob running around, walking on the gravestones with all the dandelions and clover blooming around, I thought of that, and it was a beautiful place. Years later, I was at Crystal's friend Melissa's after her mother's funeral. A lady said she didn't want her child to see the funeral. They were neighbors. I got to thinking of how I appreciated that you didn't hide all the events of the week that Pop passed. How I sat in the mortuary behind the bench and heard, "Grandpa and Grandma are here." I watched a 6'3" man enter, walk slowly up to the coffin and look down on his son as he placed his large hand on Pop's cold one and looked down at him and cried. Something as hard as it was, I will treasure, as it was one of the only displays of affection I ever saw from him. I am grateful that you didn't hide that from us. Diana once said that I have had it good, as I have had you all these years with you living close by.
Yeah.
She's right. I think I was the mama's girl growing up, watching my pretty mom get dressed the rare night she went out with Pop, getting her nice jewels out of her top dresser drawer, We at times would take them out, a light blue necklace, an earring set, and the dark blue set. This is my memory. I don't know if you still have it.
I didn't know that.
Light blue necklace and earring set and dark blue set, along with a plastic bag of fake corsages with pins. We never heard the story behind those.